Well, obviously, it comes as the name Jarvis comes as no surprise with sitting as with one of the co-founders of Comic Con, right? So he's a
Yeah.
comic geek, and he's into all Marvel and DC comics as well.
Yeah.
So obviously, big influence from there. And personally, one of my favorite superheroes from the Marvel line is obviously Iron Man, and I loved for me the name Jarvis was always the right option because I always imagined how if I wish I had a digital assistant like how Tony Stark had someone like Jarvis running all the errands or helping him out and all the tactical solutions and everything. So that's how we felt that Jarvis was kind of the right name to be in the market. And obviously, with a young team and young co-founders, all of us, we felt that this would give us that youthful edge, and it would be something that which would be in the mind of easier to get in the minds of our clients as well, or our prospective clients as well, because it's somewhat of a different name. You don't hear this name quite often. That Jarvis, okay. So it helped us in that aspect that when we were going into our initial client pitches and everything, I think that name gave us a bit of an edge. People were asking, what does this mean? Who's Jarvis? And plus, even those who did see Iron Man, they were easily recognizing, oh, you guys are Iron Man fans, or oh, we had a common discussing point to get the ice breaking and everything. So yeah, it was a pretty obvious choice for us to go ahead with Jarvis.
Abdullah, you would remember that after we kept the name Jarvis, 5 months later, Avengers Age of Ultron was released. And then Jarvis just died. Jarvis died. And then Vision was born. Yeah. So that was quite funny. But yeah, the idea of having this name was, pretty much influenced by pop culture. Now, coming to pop culture, Abdullah, I'm sure you have noticed that pop culture has played has had a big impact on technology or our homes or our lives and everywhere. And it's no longer a source of entertainment, just a source of entertainment. I mean, it has helped us enhance our lives in different ways, if I'm not wrong. What do you think?
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, those the shows or the books or the movies that we used to see growing up, those definitely has had a subconscious effect on us, on the way, on what we are, what we think, and I think that's definitely one of the aspects, if you come to think of it, of the good and the difference between the good and the evil, even. I mean, caring for the earth, like even watching those Captain Planet,
in
the 90s, or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I mean, caring about animals, caring about earth, right? Those were messages which we got in a subliminal level, sort of. Similarly, these comic books, when they talked about like Jarvis, or when they talked about Iron Man, or these different sci-fi things, those were almost like a dream back then, which was almost impossible.
I mean, look at the way we are communicating right now. Look at the way we're communicating. I mean, even 10 years back, we wouldn't have.
This is out of Star Trek. Right? This is almost
Star
like
Trek,
out of
Star Trek, or you say Star Wars, or even Batman communicating with Alfred from his Batcave or something.
Absolutely.
We could have never thought of something like this, and this is happening.
Yeah, I think because it broadens our imagination. I think that's a very important role which comic books, which we often just take for the entertainment value. I mean, when we are watching it or reading it, I'm sure we don't read it with the intention of we learn something scientific from it. But just that opens up the imagination. That, I mean, for us, even when we started Jarvis, we didn't think that we'll go into AI or AI technology or such high tech or fancy things. It was just the fact, Jarvis is the digital assistant, so we just go into this. And now when we think, when we are trying to be true to the name of the company or to the brand, we try to think what are the different aspects of Jarvis. And then we see, he worked on AI as well. He was the digital assistant. He got things done. And so that helps us imagining and going bigger. And I think that influence of pop culture also tied in very nicely with the culture that we tried to build as well. One of the things that we tried to do is we believe we are the spaceship, right? So we are the digital spaceship of different clients. We believe that we take the clients through the rough, milky
to new frontiers.
ways.
When we are like Star Trek, we're like the we're like the Enterprise.
Yeah.
We are like Captain Kirk, Spock, and this entire team, and we're taking our clients on a journey.
Exactly. We believe we are space troopers. We call ourselves the troopers as well. So I think these ingrain this belief in us that we are here to try something new. This encourages us to try something new. This broadens our imagination and vision as well. So yeah, definitely there's a lot of positive influence which from comics or from pop culture as a whole. And I think that's very important to realize, especially nowadays when we are just the world around us is so dark and gloomy to a certain extent. I think these things help us think better, think bigger, and dream bigger as well. So yeah, I think
I think even people from the current generation, young generation, I mean younger than us, they can also go back and look at these animated shows and stuff to to take some kind of inspiration or some reference, because in digital marketing, even when we are making contents and stuff, we're often using these pop culture references. So I think on that regard, pop culture has helped us a lot as well when we are using these references for daily content or monthly or campaigns or whatever. I mean, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, whenever we think of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, we are tying it to pizza. And there are so many pizza brands, right now. Right. I think a lot of pizza brands have also taken advantage of, TNT using that reference and.
Right. True. So yeah, definitely, it's very important factor as well.